So I was asked how I roast my Brussels sprouts, and it is so simple, guys. First thing I will tell you is that you need to make sure you get Brussels sprouts that you and your family like. I've tried several different ones. I've tried fresh ones from Aldi. I don't really care for those, so I go for the green, giant, fresh Brussels sprouts. I will never do frozen again. Frozen was absolutely terrible. So, first and foremost, figure out what Brussels sprouts your family likes. You might have to try several different ones because some of them are bitter if you're not careful. I preheat my oven to 375. Line a cookie sheet with aluminum foil. Then you're going to need olive oil, pepper, and then I like to use sea salt. Okay, so on the bottom of these, all I do is just cut off the stem part, I guess is what it's called. Toss that back in the bowl, and then I cut mine in half if they're pretty big because it does take them a little while, and then I always put them face down, so cut side down. And you just keep going with that until you get all of these cut, which really you don't even need to be that precise. I just kind of cut them and then toss them on the cookie sheet. Alright, so once you have your Brussels sprouts cut up, I also do baby carrots because my youngest still doesn't like them. The rest of us in the family do, but the 2-year-old just still isn't a fan. So we do baby carrots, but it works out. So then you're going to take your olive oil, and I like to just drizzle. I don't know, I eyeball it. I don't put very much. And then I just kind of run it through and try to coat all of the Brussels sprouts. And he's singing Little Einstein. So you guys are getting some music with this video as well, I guess. So yeah, you really don't need a whole lot of olive oil. I would say maybe half a teaspoon, if that. Okay. So then I go ahead and I spread them out once I've coated them. And I try to spread them out as much as I can so that way I can get a decent amount of seasoning on them. And I go ahead and use, I like sea salt. That's perfectly fine if you want to use anything else. But I just use coarse sea salt. And I just kind of, this little shaker. It's harder to get it out, but I just kind of shake it over the top. And then I use black pepper. And again, I just kind of go over the top. And that's it. So you're going to bake this at 375 for anywhere from 15 to 40 minutes. It really just depends, because sometimes depending upon the size that you've cut them or the size that you have in your bag is going to vary about how long you cook them. So I will show you the end result of what I look for and how I know that they're done. But that's all I do, guys. The salt and pepper, olive oil, bake at 375. If I'm in a hurry, I will up that to 425. But really, it just, the slower cook works better if you got meat in there that is taking a little longer. But if you have meat that you're going to cook up that cooks a little faster, you know, you might want to, it's one of those things you're going to have to play with your oven. So the cook time is going to vary depending upon size in your oven and how much you have on your pan and a whole lot of other factors, what temperature you're deciding to cook at. So just keep that in mind, but I typically stick with 375. Alright, so that took 20 minutes at 375 to get it to the texture that we like our Brussels sprouts. We like them a little crunchy. So if you don't, I would maybe do 10-15 minutes, depending. That's it, guys. That is Brussels sprouts. And you will find that some of them will fall off, like the leaves will fall off, and some of them will burn, so just toss those to the side. It does happen. And then some of them, the camera makes these look a lot darker than they are, but you will get those few. So you will get those few that have kind of fallen off and burnt. It happens, so just put those to the side. But like I said, if you don't want yours as crispy and kind of soft at the same time, it's hard to explain, 10-15 minutes at 375.